Alright, so like I was saying, to deal with this by myself, I actually got these little pieces of wood to help me support the unit. But something else I wanted to mention beforehand was as I was pulling this out of the box, because this is in a box by itself, this shaft here actually came out. And this is the shaft that goes through the whole device. So don't panic. I kind of sweated it a little bit, but I put it back in, and you will have to tap it in probably about an inch and a quarter, I think. So I just used a plastic hammer and just gently tapped it until it just wouldn't go anymore. And I saw this because I did try to fit it in with it sticking out, and it left a 1-inch gap between the adapter and the GearVendors unit itself. So that's how I know it's safe to tap in. You just check the splines on the inside and just let it go through. Just be gentle with it as with anything else. Alright, so we're going to go to putting it on. We have our gasket on. This is already in place, like I said. Okay, so we've got 8 studs sticking out of the GearVendors unit, and we have a spline deal there. So in order to help us align the splines, we'll now put in the tail shaft yoke, or the drive shaft yoke that comes with the unit. We'll put it in there so that we can spin the gears inside here, and it's that easy. Now we've got the weight in support of it all. The directions also ask that you put in, use the blue thread locker that comes with it. So it just comes in a little tube, they supply it. So we'll drop some on. We'll cut it open first. There. Start with those. Comes with washers as well. And this is a bit of a boring spot, so I'll go ahead and pause here, and once I get all these snugged down to I believe it said 6 to 9 pounds in the directions, but obviously always check your own directions. When I get these all snugged down, I'll come back and show you the next part. Thanks. Alright, so we got this thing bolted up now, or got all the nuts on, and as I said, it did take a little while. These are locking nuts, so they have that oblong shape, so they're a little bit more difficult to put on than just a regular nut. So be prepared to have some ratchet time at that. Something I did forget to do, and naturally it was after I put all of the nuts on, is I forgot that I needed to attach this. And what this is for the signal generator. So since I needed to do that, I figured I'd go ahead and go through the process now of putting the rest of this stuff together that is for the speedometer. So this is the adapting gear assembly. I believe this is the gear that when they ask you what tire size you're using, gear ratio, all that kind of stuff, that's what determines this to help your speedometer act correctly. Now with the Ford C4 kit, or yeah, probably C4 C6 kit, if you're putting it into a Mustang, because of the tight quarters and the exhaust, they actually get you a right angle adapter. And what that does is that allows the speedometer cable to stay snug up against the transmission inside the tunnel. So I'm not going to put this all the way in right now because I still need to do some other things with it, and I want to make sure. There are specific torque settings for all these connections, so be aware of that as well when you go through and do your own. This is the extension cable. There is a longer extension cable if you have cruise control somehow. Now we're gonna, like I said, this goes here to support this unit. We'll go ahead and assemble that real quick. It's just it does have a key to lock it into this extra hole here. So put that there. You can't screw that up. Put a washer on. Quick nut. Like I said, I'm not going to torque all this stuff down yet, but there are specifics to that. Alright, so then we go put that, oh here, we'll do this first. Now as I said, what that does is that keeps everything nice and tight up against the transmission and the overdrive unit. And then we would put this nut on here and tighten it down. And we have one more unit here at this point, and that's the GearVendors speedometer cable adapter. That screws into here. There is another small adapter piece that goes. This would go here to clamp that down. Here it is. There is one more piece that you put into your. You take the gear off of your speedometer cable, current speedometer cable, that would go into the C4 transmission. You take that gear off by removing the C-clip, and then you put this on there, and then you'll just slide that whole assembly into here. This will feed this, and so on. And hopefully with all the corrections that have been made, and with the years of experience that GearVendors has in dialing this in, your speedometer would be close, if not right on. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, it really wasn't that big a deal to put this whole assembly together. It's hopefully this will take a lot of fear out of anybody who has been thinking about doing this conversion. It's an extremely helpful device. Everybody that I've talked to on Drag Week and in other areas that have it love it. They can't live without it. So besides, I'm putting it onto the back of a Performance Automatic transmission that is the SuperComp C4. So I shouldn't have any problems with that either. I'm looking forward to Drag Week 2011. And I will probably have another video at some point dealing with the electronics portion of it. We've got connections here for the solenoid on the GearVendors unit, and then we also have these coming from this sensor, so we'll have something on that later on. Appreciate you watching my video, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll get some more video out here for you soon. Thanks, bye.